Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So in this video I want to go over 9 things that I really like about the Galaxy Note 9. So let's get into this video. Alright guys, so the first thing I like about this device is the S Pen. The S Pen suite is absolutely awesome. I think if you don't have an S Pen or you don't have a Galaxy Note, you probably wouldn't understand how great this feature actually is. But I can tell you firsthand all the things that this S Pen can do. The remote being one of them. I think this is a cool feature to have on a Galaxy Note. And I think when they added this, I saw the potential there, but I didn't really use it as much. But now if I want to record video and things like that or take photos, this is super simple. And this is just one of the main things I wanted to point out. But it's obviously not my favorite feature of the S Pen. It's one of them. My main feature that I use is Screen Smart Select. And I also do a lot of screenwriting. Everybody has their favorite functions of the S Pen, and there's more to the S Pen than those 2 functions that I pointed out. But the S Pen is definitely one of the top features that I like about this phone. Now, another feature that I really enjoy about this phone is the screen. It produces colors a little bit more saturated than normal, but whatever normal is to you, but I really like how this phone shows media content. The screen is so vibrant and vivid. There's nothing to dislike about this phone, but some people actually dislike the saturation that the screen might produce when recording video or photos or footage, but I personally think it's really, really good. The screen on this thing is 6.4 inches of Quad HD goodness, and it is nothing else to say about it. Now, another area that I really like about this phone is the battery life. I'm able to go over 24 hours with this phone on a single charge and get at least 7.5 hours of screen on time. I'm averaging about 7 hours and 15 minutes, and that's what about a day and a half to almost 2 days of use. And I think that's actually pretty decent battery. Now, this next one, I'm just going to let it shine through on its own. Well, that says it all. Stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos sound, absolutely fantastic. Nothing more to say on that. Now, another place where this phone really shines is the rear camera setup here. This camera setup is absolutely fantastic for taking still shots, but more importantly, I think it shines for video. Video is where it really shines through, and I think if you're going to use this for content creators or just a regular person on the road, you're going to blow away a lot of people with the footage that comes from this camera. Enough said. Now, the next area is performance. I have the 6 gig model of RAM, but they're also the 8 gig model of RAM, and these phones fly. Samsung isn't known in the past for having a speedy device, but I gotta tell you, this one is absolutely great. No problems, no hiccups, and I may be running the latest Android version Pi Beta. However, this thing flies even without it. Now, the next area that I like is the headphone jack. This thing has a headphone jack. A lot of high-end devices, high-priced devices have taken away the headphone jack. And that is important to a lot of people. Being able to plug in your favorite set of headphones or earbuds means a lot to people. And I'm going to tell you that this is one thing that Samsung has gotten right over the years, and I hope they do not take this feature away. Now, something else I like about this phone is how feature-packed it is. I mean, it has everything a person could possibly want. A lot of things that people don't mention about this phone is just simply it has a heart rate monitor on the back. Now, I use this feature a lot because I work out at the gym. The health apps that are integrated into this thing are super nice. I could go on and on about the features for workout, but I don't want to reveal how great my body is, about the weight I'm losing and the muscle. Anyway, I'm just saying, this phone is packed with health features. For me, that's important. Every phone has something that a person is going to like. Some of you guys might not use the heart rate monitor. I pair it with my watch. I get all the functions right on my watch. I can put my phone down and it'll sync up. The health features for when I work out is absolutely fantastic. Now, the ninth thing that I wanted to bring up. And I know you're probably saying, Jay, there's probably 9,000 things, but there's 9 things that really stand out to me. And I spoke about one of them earlier, is the memory options. The memory options on this phone, the baseline is 128 with an SD card. And the top of the line is 512 gigabytes of storage with an SD card. Folks, these are important to people nowadays. Very important. Because when you have phones out there that do offer these things, but they cost so much money and then they still don't have a memory option, people don't like that. I'm learning very quickly that people want an SD card for some reason nowadays. A lot of people did not want an SD card, or it wasn't important to them, I should say. I shouldn't say they didn't want it. I don't think it was as important. But once memory options started to decrease on phones, and then there's no memory option for an SD card, that became an issue for a lot of people. Samsung, on the opposite of that, stayed true to the SD card lineup. They keep putting a slot for an SD card, and they're increasing their memory options. So I applaud them for that. Now, some things that I wanted to mention outside of the 9 things that I pointed out just now is one feature that I really enjoy is the intelligent scan. I really like the intelligent scan. There's so much about this phone. You can get into it with their facial recognition, which is the intelligent scan. It has an iris scanner, it has a fingerprint reader. There are so many things that make this phone great. I can't fit them all into one video. Top 9 things from your man Jay Will that I think this phone does very well for me personally. Name out your favorite 9 in the comments. List them. I want to see them. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.